Hello, my charmed ones, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Well, it is November, and that means holiday season is quickly approaching, and it is that time of year where I publish my annual Advent of Productivity calendar. That's right, an advent calendar for planner and productivity lovers like you and I. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that a few years ago, I kicked off this Advent of Productivity calendar idea as the first virtual planner advent calendar that I've seen on the market. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's included this year and moving forward with the productivity advent calendar, because there are some big updates. Of course, at the end of this video, I am going to actually show you the page for the advent calendar, and I'm going to open up each and every box so you can see exactly which inserts are included and different planner elements are included with the Advent of Productivity calendar. But I will leave that to the end because it is going to be spoilers. So if you are trying to keep it a surprise for yourself, you may not want to watch that second portion of the video. So what is new in 2024 and moving forward? So the first thing that is different about the Advent of Productivity calendar is that instead of being for 24 days leading up to Christmas, I've actually changed this to make this a little bit more all-inclusive. So there's actually going to be 31 boxes on this Advent calendar as a lead up to New Year's, right? So you're going to be able to open a box a day for every day in December instead of just for the 24 days leading up to Christmas, okay? So that is the first change. The second change is that I have decided to make this product like an evergreen product for you. So what it means is I have no dated inserts in here. It is all the inserts are completely undated so that you can come back to this every year when you're setting up yourself for your new year with your planner, and you can come back to this and you only have to purchase it once, okay? So you're only going to purchase it once, and it's going to include the same 31 undated inserts, right? So this is something you're going to be able to reuse for yourself, right? And make it like an annual tradition if you'd like, okay? So because of that, update number 3 is that if you purchased the Advent of Productivity calendar in the past few years that I've been doing it, you don't have to purchase it again, right? So I've actually updated this page with to give you guys all permissions to access this if you are a prior purchaser, because the inserts that are in here are like my 31 favorite inserts that I've created over the past few years. So I've literally just boiled this down to my absolute best favorite inserts and your favorites too, things that I've heard from you guys that you absolutely love, and it's all in one calendar now, right? So if you've purchased in prior years, you can absolutely go ahead now and reopen the new calendar, and you will still have access to your prior purchases as well, but you have a new Advent calendar for 31 days now, okay? So that being said, let's talk about what's inside of here, right? We've got planner inserts. These are all print on demand, either planner inserts or like goodies for your planner. So like dashboards, there are printable planner tabs in here. There's a lot of inserts that are not sold separately on my shop. So all of these things are only inserts that you're going to find inside of the Advent of Productivity calendar. They're not something you can go to my shop and just buy one. This is like a nice bundle. Now, if I were to sell all 31 of these individually, you're looking at least $300 in planner inserts and planner goodies. But I'm selling this bundle together, Advent of Productivity, for only $44. So it is an absolute steal. It is just a fun thing that you can do for yourself. If you're a planner person who likes to do printables and things like that, it's definitely something that can be like a nice treat for yourself. And it's an investment that keeps on giving because you can use it again next year, come back to it next year, and reopen them. You know, you're probably going to forget what was in each box anyway. I know I would. So you're going to come back the next year and you're going to be able to open the boxes again, print everything else out again, and kind of have that excitement of setting your planner up for the new year for years to come. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump into an overview of my iPad here so that we can actually look at the page, start opening it up, and I'll tell you a little bit about the inserts that are inside. Remember, this is the spoiler portion. So if you do not want to know exactly what's in here, you don't want to see the inserts, skip this part. I will have on the sales page, right, there will be a sales page linked down below where you can actually like check out, and there will be a list of the inserts. If you just want to kind of know what the inserts are, but you don't want to see them, they're on the page. So you can go ahead and check it out that way if you'd like. But for now, I'm going to go ahead, show you guys the page, walk you guys through, and show you the inserts. Okay, so here is the private page for the Advent of Productivity calendar. Essentially, when you check out on the shop, you are going to get directions for how to get yourself registered for this private page, right, where all the downloads live. And when you do, you will sign on to the private page, which is my master plan website. If you have other productivity courses, or if you're a mastermind member already, this is on the same website, right? I do want to point out though, that this is not a product that my mastermind sisters automatically get. So I just want to clarify that. I've had questions in the past. People thought it like the mastermind came with this. It doesn't. The page is just on the same website that the mastermind website, you know, and all my other productivity classes kind of live on. So as you can see here, we've got 31 days of boxes. Plus, like I said before, if you have a prior year advent calendar, you'll be able to access them through here. Now, if you didn't purchase a prior year advent calendar, it's not going to let you go through. But if you did purchase one of them or both of them, you'll be able to open those things up. Your permissions will allow you to do that. So as it says here on the top here, as a countdown to the new year, each day open up a box below by clicking on the gift icon to reveal a unique productivity tool. Or feel free to open all the boxes at once and download and enjoy your treats and begin putting them to use in your functional planner setup. And there is an area here where you can actually click, and it's a set of print instructions for you to use. Okay, so you'll be able to download these print instructions so that you know what you're doing when you're printing the things out. Okay, so let's go ahead and start opening some boxes. In day number 1, we have the prioritized inbox. This is definitely one of like the top favorites from prior years. This is an inbox that you can use in your planner. So you just print it out. You'll be able to list any new tasks that come up, and then you can actually identify if this is like a next action item, if this is something that you're waiting on something from someone else, if it's a project, if it's something that needs to be scheduled, if it's a someday maybe sort of an item, or if it's a reference material that you need to just be aware of, right? So you can actually say like what the action is that you need to take on this, so that when you go through, you can actually be organized and know, okay, well, what's the next thing on my list? Okay, I'll take this next action, right? Or oh, this was a project, this belongs to a project, so I need to make sure I put the task on the project page, etc. Right? So that is how you will use the prioritized inbox. Day number 2 is a set of 2-toned printable planner tabs. So here you've got some tabs that are for the months. On the right, you can see every month of the year, and then we've got quarters, inbox, outbox, goals, agenda, journal, list, inspiration, and reference, right? So you've got a set of printable planner tabs. So you can actually buy full sheet label paper, and you will print this out at home on full sheet label paper. And then this design is really easy to cut out either with a paper trimmer or even by hand. And what you end up doing is for each little, box, you can see there's like 2, the words are on both sides. You literally cut them out, and then you like attach it to the page. You just like put the sticker on the page, like on the end, like a tab, and then you can chop off the little white areas, right? So that it kind of has like a nice, like sort of like angular edge, okay? So those are the 2-toned printable planner tabs under day 2. In day 3, we have a set of printable sticky note templates, okay? So if you're someone who has like plain sticky notes, I'm talking about like the 3x3 sticky notes, right? You can actually customize them by using this template. So what you're going to end up doing is, this is a multiple page template, as you can see. What you'll do is you will print this first page out first, and then you'll stick the 3x3 sticky notes onto this page, onto this template. Then you will reinsert it into your printer. You do need to know like which direction your printer prints in. You can do like a test and figure that out. And then you will print just page 2. And you've got like a little monthly calendar, a weekly plan, an inbox, a to-do list, daily task list, and like a little mindset area, right? And so what's going to happen is once you reinsert that template, it's going to print these little designs out onto your little 3x3 sticky notes. And it's just a very cute thing to have and add into your planner. Very nice, like reusable sort of thing on demand that you can have for your planner. Next, let's see what's in day 4. Okay, so day 4 is actually a set of monthly dividers for your planner. And I call this my Roman numeral set. So you've got the month listed at the bottom, and then, Roman numeral 1 because January is the first month. And then we've got February. And I've got the back page is blank in case you just want to kind of print them booklet style. March is 3, April is 4, and so on and so forth. So this is a set of Roman numeral style planner dividers. Under day 5, we have a wellness planner. So this is actually a multiple page little planner where you can actually list out like what your wellness plan is for like a month or a quarter, however you want to do it. So let's say that you are on a specific diet. So you've got like a specific meal plan or menu plan that you want to stick to. You have some supplements you're looking to take. There's specific exercises that you want to do. You have spaces to break that out. You've got spaces for habits that you are tracking. And then on this second page, you've got kind of like a plan for what you're going to do every day, maybe what you do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This could be for like different exercises or wellness activities, different like mindset work, different journaling, or anything that you're doing where you might be like changing up the routine on a daily basis. You can list them out in here. And then you have a more strategic like weekly wellness plan. So here you can list out your weekly menu. You have an area for Monday through Sunday. So you can like do like meal planning. You can list out your movement, supplements, habits, and then the back is just a grid if you need to do any other sort of extra planning. So that is the wellness planner. You've got like kind of more of like a monthly overview and then like a weekly overview as well. So what's behind day number 6? We have a day on one page insert, right? So this is an undated day on one page where you can select the date, your top 3, you have room for tasks or notes, and then you have a schedule from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. with half-hour markings if you'd like those, right? So this is a day on one page planner insert. Day 7 is your cleaning schedule. So if you need to organize your cleaning schedule, this is going to give you a place where you can put your daily chores, your weekly chores, bi-monthly chores, and your monthly chores, right? So you're going to be able to like list this whole thing out and keep track of it on one insert page, like front and back. And then you've got obviously like a second page of it so that you can print out multiples. Day number 8, you have a set of daily mindset work, right? So you can actually work on your mindset with gratitude, thoughts, high vibe thoughts, affirmations, your daily top 3 tasks, and things that you could do that would make you feel like you're living your best life. So this is a really great set of mindset work inserts. Day number 9 is your grooming routine. So if you have ever wanted to create like a more in-depth grooming routine or skincare routine, this is an insert that's going to help you to do that. So it's broken out into daily AM, daily PM, weekly, and monthly steps. So you'll actually be able to like actually list what the steps are for your routine. So like if it was a morning skincare routine, it might be like wash my face, use a toner, use this specific, use a serum. And then what you can do on the right side is actually list what the products are. This is really great if you're someone who like does one of those skincare methodologies where you're switching out what your products are by day. I know there's a couple like that where people will either have like 2 or 3 different daily kind of like routines for them to do based on different products with different active ingredients. And then there may be some elements that you only do weekly on your schedule, and then things that maybe you only do like once a month for your grooming, right? So whatever those things are, you can list them all out on this grooming routine and keep track of it. Day number 10 is one of my favorite inserts. This is my activity tracker insert. So with this insert, what you're going to do is list out an activity. And this is how you kind of keep track of things in terms of how much time it'll take and what frequency you should be doing an activity on. So you could use this to list an activity, say how long that activity typically takes you. You could give it a sort of category. Is it home? Is it personal? Is it for your children? Is it for your spouse? It could be any category that you'd like to create. And then you list out the frequency. Is it daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly that you do this, right? And this can become a cheat sheet for when you are planning to ensure that you're capturing all those different activities that maybe you don't always do them like every single day, but it's going to help you to actually manage your time better and make sure you stay on top of reoccurring activities or tasks in your life. Day number 11 is a contact sheet. Okay, so very simple: name, phone number, email, address, notes. Very important to have a contact sheet. There's not one that's built into the Charmed Life Master Planner, and I don't sell one separately in my shop. So this is a really great contacts list to have. Next, day number 12 is a password tracker. Okay, so again, this is a really great insert. And actually, the way you're supposed to use this insert is that you actually print it. It's 4 pages. You print it and you actually don't cut it in half. I recommend folding it in half so that what you can actually do is make sure that your passwords are not visible. If someone's like flipping through your planner, you actually kind of have them stuck together, right? Like it's kind of just folded so no one can see. On the password tracker, you can list out the website, the login, your password or hint, and a note if you need to. And this is just a nice, simple way to track your passwords if you're someone who, like me, is always forgetting them. Next, day number 13 is another set of planner monthly dividers. This is what I call my like chapters of the year. So January is chapter 1, February is chapter 2, chapter 3 is March, and so on and so forth for the rest of the year. So this is a second sort of design for dividers for the month if you are someone who would like an alternate style. Day 14 is a grocery list. So this is one of those sort of like pre-printed grocery lists where all you have to do is print this out and you can go ahead and like check off which items on the list you need. And if it's not listed, you can actually go ahead and like actually specify. There are some lines in each section. So it has a section for dairy, protein, canned goods, beverages, produce, grains and bakery, snacks, condiments, household items, and other. So this is like a nice little insert to have. You keep a couple of these in your planner when you're going to do your meal planning or your grocery planning. You can go ahead and just check off what you need, based on what you already have at home and fill in the blank for anything that may not be listed. Very handy. Day number 15 is another day on one page daily agenda. Okay, so this is a different style. Instead of it being like an hourly style, this is more of like a task focused style. So you'll be able to fill in what date it is, your top 3 for the day, and then you can create either a to-do list in here in the center section, and you could keep like 2 lists, like maybe one for personal, one for business, or just like one big to-do list. You could also use this sort of like checkered spread for times. If you do have like appointments or things like that, you could add them in as well. And then at the bottom, you have a memo section. And so that's just another version of a day on one page, a little bit more of like an agenda style versus like a schedule style. Next, day number 16. We have a Pomodoro planner. So the Pomodoro technique is a very popular productivity technique where you are working for set periods of time and then taking breaks. And so you can use this insert to actually plan out like your day in Pomodoros, where you actually like list out all the activities you're going to do, the start and the end time, and then the break that you're going to take. And this will keep you on track, Pomodoroing your day if that's something that you like to use. Next, day number 17 is an online order tracker. Look, I know I can definitely use one of these, so hopefully you can too. This is a nice, simple tracker, the date of your order, the store or the items that you ordered, the amount that it was, the ETA that you expected, and the checkbox so you can say that you actually received it. You could also go ahead and double line this and go ahead and put like tracking numbers in if you want to, but this is a nice way to kind of know what's coming, especially for the holiday season. This is when I tend to be ordering a lot of things from different online retailers, so hopefully this is useful for you. Next, day 18 is an 80-20 rule worksheet. So the 80-20 rule is also known as the Pareto principle, and it is a productivity technique that I absolutely love and adore. And it's not really a technique so much as it's a philosophy that says that 80% of your results only come from 20% of your actions. Which means that if you have a to-do list of like 20 things, that means that only about 4 of those things on that list are things that actually need to be done because they have like a heavy weight or impact on outcomes, right? So this is a worksheet that's going to help you take your to-do list and learn how to apply it to the 80-20 rule so that you can just like cross out a bunch of things, delegate some other things, and actually focus on the most impactful items on your to-do list first. Day number 19. This is a daily top 3, kind of like a page marker or like a half-page sheet. So this actually gives you tips for setting your top 3 daily actions each day, and you just print this out. You can print it out on paper or vellum. I like to put mine on vellum so it's a little see-through, and then you'll cut it in half on this page. You'll see that on the back side there is a like a grid where you can cut it, and it becomes just one of those little half sheets in your planner that can be used as like a marker or kind of like a divider for a page, or just like reference that kind of gets layered in there. Day number 20. This is the habit swap worksheet. So Look, we all struggle with some bad habits, and we know that we should be doing better habits instead. So this worksheet is actually going to help you to identify the habits and the habit system so that you can interrupt it and create some better habits by swapping bad habits out for good habits. If you're familiar with the book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, this is an insert that really follows with that methodology. Next, day number 21. This is a dashboard or like a reference insert, crush your limiting beliefs and negative self-talk. So this is a page that actually lists out, I think we've got 14 different points of limiting beliefs that you might resonate with. And it gives you an empowering thought to help you reprogram that limiting belief when it pops up for you. A nice thing to have in like a mindset section of your planner or to use when you're doing your mindset work, just something to help you reframe negative thoughts and limiting beliefs. Day number 22 is the weekly reset routine. So this is, again, like another dashboard or reference page with some ideas for you to use every week to do your weekly reset, okay? So it is 2 pages, 14 items, right, with some ideas and instructions for each of the items. Day 23 is your functional planning routine, another one of these half-page inserts that gives you an outline of the different ways that you should be planning functionally on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. And again, it has the lines on the back so that you can print it and cut it in half. Again, I like to use this either on regular paper, but vellum, it looks really great too. So you can kind of get that see-through effect and layering. Day 24 is a list of 100 life-changing actions to turn into habits. So this is another really great inspirational dashboard or just like a reference page that you may want to put into a section that's, about your goals or your habits that you're working on. There are different categories: health, relationships, personal development, spirituality, productivity, career, hobbies, organization, community, and money. So some really great habits that you may want to consider implementing. You can use it with that habit swap worksheet too. Next, day number 25 is medication tracker. So if you are someone who takes a bunch of different medications and you want to just make sure you check off that you've taken them, so this insert is broken down into weeks. So you can list the week, you can list your medications and check off if you've taken them each day. Day 26 is a dashboard or reference sheet for how to create your vision board. This is very cute, especially since we're moving into the beginning of the year. Once you set your goals, you may want to create a vision board with it. So you can use this dashboard page as reference or inspiration inside of your planner. Day 27 is a set of New Year affirmations for goals and achievement, mindset and productivity, organization and planning, abundance and prosperity, self-love and self-care, confidence and empowerment, and gratitude and appreciation. And again, another nice little dashboard or reference page to have somewhere in your planner. Next, day number 28 is a set of journaling prompts for creating your best life in the new year. Just as it sounds, there are a couple of different categories here as well, and just some journaling prompts you may want to reference, just something nice to keep in your planner, or if you have a separate planner that you use just for journaling, another thing that you may just want to keep there as well for reference. When you're sitting down, you have some prompts to go ahead and use. Now we're getting into the final 3 boxes. Day 29 is a what to plan checklist. So this is a reference list that you may want to use to help you understand what specific things you plan for in your life on a recurring basis so that you can reference it as you get started with planning, right? So a lot of times I think that people sit down to plan and sometimes they forget all the categories of things that they plan. So this is something that you can actually work through and create for yourself and use it as reference when you're planning. So there's an area for scheduled events, recurring events, special days, projects, general tasks, bills, daily tasks, and then some steps here for creating your weekly objectives, daily top 3, and your daily schedule, right? So this is like a checklist for what to do when you're planning, essentially, that you will build out yourself using the directions on the page. Next is day number 30. Digital detox strategies. So this is a dashboard with some digital detox ideas for you to basically go tech free or unplug from, the hustle and bustle of, our digital lifestyle. So this is something you could print and put in your planner and just use as reference or inspiration for those days when you need to unplug. And then finally, day number 31 is a 30-day productivity challenge. So this is a nice insert that you can use to kind of give yourself a productivity challenge anytime that you need it. It has 30 different prompts for you to use. You can pick one every day and work off of it. You could do it in order, or you can just pick one at random. And these are activities that are going to help you feel more productive, get a little bit more organized, and help motivate you to, show up as your best self every day and kind of learn how to be more productive, like habitually. So I absolutely love this little challenge, and now you've got it as well. Okay, so those were all 31 inserts inside the Advent of Productivity calendar. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough. I hope it inspired you and gave you some ideas for things to add to your planner. If you want this wonderful bundle of planner inserts that would normally retail for over $300, you can get yours for just $44 by using the link down below. Again, remember, if you've purchased in the prior year, you don't need to purchase again. This is going to be like a one-time Advent calendar that you can just come back to year after year to set up your planner with these wonderful inserts. So I hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Bye-bye.